What's up, VC? This is Drew. Cheers. This is my first post, my introduction to the vinyl community. Just wanted to say hello to everyone out there, and I've kind of been inspired by your videos. I've been watching a lot of you guys for the past 6 months. Really got into collecting seriously in the past, year for me. Just a little bit about myself. My name is Drew. I am from mid-Michigan originally, and now I live in Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee, and some good bourbon down here, and I'm always going to be spinning a record and having some good bourbon, so cheers to you. So, as far as what's spinning, I don't know if you can hear it, you probably can. Rodriguez, Cold Fact. I can't recommend this record more. Just incredible 60s Bob Dylan-esque, a little bit of psychedelica, just incredible pop folk, great songs. Just can't overstate that enough. And if you ever get a chance, go and see the documentary Searching for Sugar Man. That's how I found out about this guy. He's from my home state of Michigan, from Detroit, and just an incredible story. I don't want to give away too much in the documentary, but his music is just amazing. This album, and it is he only had 2 albums. And the second album is, I forget what the name of his second album is, but I like this one a little more, I think. But both excellent. Definitely recommend checking these out if you get a chance. Rodriguez is the artist. If you can find original copies of this, they're very expensive. This is a reissue, really nice package. I think Light in the Attic did it. I'm not sure who did it, but really awesome. Alright, I'm going to do just some pickups for my introduction. Just today actually, got a ton of stuff. I'm going to share with you guys. Tell me what you think. I thought I did pretty well today. I'm the type of guy who's not going to spend a ton of money on a single record. I like, great condition things that I need to fill holes in my collection. I'm a big 60s, 70s, 80s rock guy. The basics. Love the Stones, the Beatles. Springsteen, big Springsteen fan, as you'll see from some of the ones I bought. Just things, the essentials, the rock essentials. I'm trying to get all of those accumulated first before I get too crazy with other stuff. But, collection's growing. It's fun. New pickups today. First, started off with Aerosmith, Get Your Wings. I did not have a copy of this. Pretty decently large Aerosmith fan, I guess. I want just all you really need, I think, are the first few. Like I have self-titled, their debut, and then I have this, then I have Toys in the Attic, which are probably the 3 you would want. But this is in pretty good shape, the price is right. Didn't have it, good pickup. Found this today too. I'm trying to fill out my Stevie Wonder collection. This is pretty nice. Stevie Wonder, Inner Visions. I just bought Songs in the Key of Life the other day. That's a really cool record. This has got a really neat gatefold. Look at that. Pretty cool, right? Oops, the wrong way. So that's pretty neat. Record's in excellent condition. The whole package is in really good shape. You can see that. Stevie Wonder, kind of a must-have. One of his big ones. Found this today. Something I don't see very often. It's the Nuge, the Motor City Madman, with the Amboy Dukes. You don't see this one too often. I don't think this was ever released on CD, so this is kind of cool to have, Survival of the Fittest live. Recorded live at the Easttown Theater in Detroit, which has been abandoned now for about 4 years. Really beautiful theater. Again, from my home state, Detroit. Pretty cool. It's in excellent condition. I mean, a little ring wear, you can see. I don't know if you can see a little bit, but the vinyl itself, really awesome. Excited to spin this one. Some Nuge. This is kind of odd that I'll find, a newer record in the used bin, but I found this one. I got a record store about less than a mile from my house, so it's really scary and awesome at the same time. But I found this. This is one of my favorite bands, and I was really stoked that I found this. It's the Hold Steady, with Heaven Is Whenever. I think this is their most recent release. This is 2010. These guys are really awesome if you ever get a chance. If you have not heard of them, really cool Springsteen-esque American rock and roll. Just a really cool band. It's like Springsteen with like a little more booze, like a little bit drunker. But it's really cool. Some great songs on this. Nice package. I mean, it was barely touched, and it was deeply discounted because it was in the used section. It's a $20 record, and I paid less than 10 for it, so that's pretty cool. I told you I was a big Springsteen guy, and these are kind of funny because most know that Springsteen, early 90s, not his best work, but you know, if you ever see this stuff, buy it because it's super rare. So I found The Human Touch, Bruce. So I guess the story goes he was kind of happy at this time in his life, so he made happy records, and they weren't very good. Content Bruce doesn't make good music. So I found The Human Touch, and I found Lucky Town, his companion piece to that. So these are really hard to find. I mean, I never have seen these, ever. I mean, they're both nice packages. The music isn't great. There's a few cool tunes on here. I'm not that familiar with the songs on these albums because everyone always bashes them, but you know, they're in amazing condition. Looks like they never played. I wonder why. But you know, I've looked these up. They're expensive on eBay. I don't know why. I guess because they're really rare, but really cool finds. I mean, I don't think I'll ever see them again, so I figured I had to, even if they're not great. Some cool stuff that I found. Another cool thing. Really stoked about this. Don't have this yet. In good shape. Got Band of Gypsies. Mr. Hendrix. What's great about this is that it says Hendrix and not Jimmy in the corner there, you can see. And then on the physical record, it just says Hendrix, like we should know. No Jimmy. It just says Hendrix. It's not, the record itself, not in the best condition. The sleeve, pretty dang good condition, I would say. You know, just a cool package, cool gatefold too. If you don't have this, you kind of need it, right? Kind of needed that. Band of Gypsies, pretty cool. Also found this, and I had not seen this, and I've been digging for a good 6-8 months. I haven't seen this, but I don't think it's worth very much. It's a rare Hendrix. Had not ever seen this, but really cool gatefold, and it's super cheap, and it's in amazing condition. Oh, record's falling out, but look at that. Really beautiful gatefold. Record's in amazing shape. I think this came out maybe right after his death. Trip Records? Maybe an unauthorized rare Hendrix, maybe that's what it is, but it's a super cool package. I have not heard of any of the songs on here, so. But it's Jimmy, and I didn't have it. Kind of need it, right? Last one I found today, really cheap. Kind of one that I think I've seen in the VC quite a bit. Steely Dan. This looks like a cool record. I don't have any of their stuff. I've seen this quite a bit. This was super cheap, and let's see here, pretty cool. It's like $3. You know, figured I had to say yes. But pretty happy about it. You know, I kind of needed it. One thing that I'm thinking about doing is, just because I'm a completist and I like goals. I like to have a collecting goal. And Rolling Stone magazine about 5 years ago published a list of the 500 greatest rock and roll albums of all time. And I think I would like to try to collect all those on vinyl. Although some are probably not offered on vinyl. I'd like to get as many as possible. And I went through the list. I think I have 150 of the 500, which is not very many, but yeah, it's not very many, but I'm going to try to get there. Just a few weird things that I found at a estate sale. I'm going to go through these quick. These are actually 50 cents a piece is what they came out to be, but a bunch of soundtracks. Figured I'd get into some soundtracks, love some movies as well. And then just some oddities. For instance, Cocktails in Manhattan. Put this on. I just like the cover. I like Manhattan and I like cocktails. So, figured it couldn't go wrong. Cover's cool. New York skyline. 50 cents. Put it on, it's like a jazzy piano type deal. That was okay. How about this one? This kind of looked interesting. The Brothers Four, Sing of Our Times. Just kind of looked interesting. I think there's a Dylan cut on here, a couple Bob Dylan pen tunes. Kind of looked interesting, you know, in decent shape. Tell me if you know anything about that. I don't know. How about the Kingston Trio? Just kind of seemed like a interesting one again. They looked like they were interesting dudes. There's a bunch of Kingston Trio stuff there. I had not heard of them. Kind of folky, I guess. I'll put it on and see. Like a three-piece folk band. Okay, soundtracks. Bunch of soundtracks. I think this is weird. Man on the Moon, Flight of Apollo 11, but great package, and it's all there. It's like this amazing story about going to the moon, and there's a book. You can see that. It's all here. It's really pretty. I don't know. It's a nice package. I like the moon. Space travel's kind of cool, I guess, right? 50 cents. How about this one? Cats. Kind of figured I needed this. You know, it's in excellent shape. Still dusty, but cats. Gatefold too. Look at that. Just so you can have more cats. Pretty cool. This one's sealed, I think. How to succeed in business without really trying. Sealed copy. I don't know. Anything good on here? I don't know. Well, Ben-Hur, that seemed interesting. You know, it's a gatefold also. Not a very interesting one, but Ben-Hur, probably kind of cool. About Alfie. You know what, that one? Alfie soundtrack. Music for the entire family, it says. This one I was familiar with. Mary Poppins. Figured that was kind of cool. The guy in front of me snagged Fantasia, which I was kind of upset about. I really wanted Fantasia. A couple more, just guys and dolls. Das Boot. Last one here, kind of cool. Dr. Zhivago, sealed. Kind of neat, right? Kind of dig that. I think I'll open that. Kind of cool. Anxious to spin some of these though. It was good getting my first video up. Let me know what you guys think. It's a really cool community. I love watching you guys' videos. Just love seeing what you find. You never know. In Nashville here we have quite a few really nice record stores. Sometimes they can be really picked over because there are a lot of people in the vinyl community here, I think. A lot of people love music, and but I find things all the time. You know, today I found a lot of great stuff. I'm really happy with it. Got my Hendrix. I'm a happy guy. I'm going to spin some of that next. But Rodriguez, guys, if you haven't heard of him, get this record, see the documentary, Searching for Sugar Man. We'll see you guys around. I'm sure this is first of many. Cheers, you guys. Have a happy Thanksgiving.